I said before that creating liquidity or tawarruq is permissible as needed. And actually, I meant that if it is done on an individual level. How about what is called التورق المصرفي المنظم, or the banking tawarruq, where you approach a bank, you go to a bank, okay, asking for let's say $10,000, but you do not want to borrow money with interest. You do not want to. So you go through a different process called التورق المصرفي المنظم, the banking tawarruq. It goes as follows. You buy on papers maybe gold or silver or precious stones from the bank for $10,000 credit sale. So far you are the owner of the gold that you did not see, you did not possess, you did not take, and you owe the bank $10,000. And then you give the bank a proxy or an authorization, wakala, to act on your behalf. The bank has its own customers who are willing to buy that gold, okay? They sell the gold for $8,000 spot sale, okay? Spot sale. And they give you the $8,000. So you ended up dealing with one party, which is the bank, okay? Taking $8,000 cash and paying the bank $10,000 later on. So you are still dealing, like in reality, in the real life, you are still dealing with the same party, okay? It is between you and the bank. You ended up having $8,000 cash, paying it back $10,000. Now, is there any agreement between contemporary fiqh councils regarding the status of the banking tawarruq? There is no agreement, to be honest with you, but I do believe that banking tawarruq should not be permitted. Considering the purpose behind it. This transaction is not allowed, to the best of my knowledge, even if it is not a clear riba, but the nature of riba actually is very obvious, is very clear in this transaction. Why? Because you are dealing with only one party, and of course the bank makes some money in between. Okay, in our example, he sold you the bank sold you the merchandise for $10,000. Okay, maybe the market value is only $9,000, right? And the bank has sold that merchandise on your behalf as your wakil, as your agent, for only $8,000. Okay, and of course, the bank will be keeping the difference, as a commission. They want to make money. To the best of my knowledge, this kind of tawarruq, the banking tawarruq, should not be permitted unless you are in really dire need for it, and there is no other source of having cash money other than to have an interest-bearing loan from a conventional bank. At that point, maybe you can choose the banking tawarruq as an option. But as long as you are not desperately in need for it, stay away from it, because this is a very debatable transaction, and honestly I do not feel comfortable saying it is a pure permissible or allowable transaction. Wallahu a'lam.